life's been a little bit boring lately. So, we are gonna summon a demon. I'm Meek Nomicon, and are you ready for our meet cute?
You have summoned me, mortal. You may address me as... What is that? Ah! Gross, 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 gross!
What? It's just a little corpse. I do not like corpses. I made him just for you.
There's human blood on my footsies.
Interesting.
Why is there blood here? So much blood. Ew! A corpse? But you don't need to kill someone to summon me. Huh? Was there a misunderstanding?
What kind of misunderstanding?
I gave Father's assistant clear instructions on how to summon me. But I asked to specify I did not require a sacrifice. Just some blood.
And that's what I gave you? In excess? I feel like you should be grateful.
This is exactly what I've been hoping to avoid. Wait, who are you?
I should be the one asking that. You are in my living room. The demon looked around the room confused, taking note of the corpse, the candle slowly burning, and the smell of iron. The blood on the floor poured in a natural way, following the part of the seal she knew too well. It was her summoning seal.
I am the beloved oldest daughter of Prince Asmodeus of the Lust Ring in Hell. And that makes me a princess, since I am the heir to the throne.
You know, it always amuses me when you got princes being heir to the throne of hell. I mean, you guys are demons. You don't die unless you're murdered. I suppose he could want to retire if he gets bored torturing people. Maybe?
You should show some respect and bow down to me. It is rare for my kind to freely walk on Earth like this.
Well, are you truly freely walking the earth? I mean, we have already established I did summon you. And I'm pretty sure the way the demon circles work is that if I summon you, that forms a contract between us. So you can't really go anywhere until that contract is fulfilled, right? I know my demon rules. So, you really are a demon, huh?
Do not fret, mortal. I am bound by our contract, and I shall honor it. Fear is inevitable, as I am one of the most fearsome creatures to grace you with their presence. Don't worry, I shall do my best, so I must ask you to contain the terror you must be experiencing, so we can see this contract to the end.
Scared?
Yes, I understand. My presence alone incites terrors never known before. I do not blame you.
Why would I be scared of you?
'Cause I'm a demon?
No, but apparently I'm gonna need a better reason than that. What can I say? For a demon, you're rather adorable.
And demons are scary, right? Sure, you can feel it in your gut, the sweating, your heart beating out of your chest.
No, not really.
But I'm a demon, and you are a human.
And?
You should be scared of me. It's not normal. I know, you are just shocked. Well, that is to be expected from a mortal upon meeting someone with my lineage. Yes, that's it. That's it. That is the only answer. Now I understand. You poor thing. You must be so scared. You can't even comprehend the situations. Fear not. I'm here to fulfill our contract. I won't cause you any harm.
Contract?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Be honored, mortal. You and I are bonded by a contract signed by blood. Everyone uses their own blood. Gross.
So, what does this contract entail? What do I get out of it?
The honor of giving your soul to a demon for eternity. Speechless? understand. It must be humbling to be able to form a contract with someone like...
Well, this won't do.
Huh?
Why don't we play a game instead? If I win, I keep my soul.
But that's against the rules.
And don't demons like breaking the rules? You must be tired of the same routine. Why don't we spice it up a little bit? We can have lots of fun together.
You just want to get out of the contract.
Well, of course. But don't you want to have fun?
I can have fun without breaking the contract.
Oh, so you already have in mind all the things you want to do to me? Scandalous. She played with the buttons of her blouse without undoing any of them. The demon was hypnotized by the movement, following their hands with her head, like a starving dog. The woman gave a knowing smile, and then clapped her hands together, bringing the demon back to reality, suddenly aware of her surroundings once again. Ah, you know, for a demon of lust, you seem rather innocent. It's adorable.
It's settled then. I didn't agree yet. Let's change the bet. It's not fair. I already have your soul. What do I get from playing this game?
Well, okay, technically, would you actually have my soul? I'm just thinking, it's not my blood. I mean, very clearly we killed someone, it was their blood used to summon them. So wouldn't you actually have been offered their soul rather than mine? Or is that just human logic trying to wriggle out of the contract? I mean, I suppose it was my intention to summon you, so maybe intent matters more than blood? Have something in mind?
No, but it can't be your soul, right? Are you being salty when you have already signed it away? Doesn't mean I have to agree.
Then, if you lose, I get your soul instead.
Demons don't have souls, only humans, I think. And why would I agree to that?
Wouldn't it be better to have a willing soul than one you constantly have to fight for?
Yes.
You have something to say then. You know what? I don't think I do. I think we're gonna let this play out. Also, I just realised I'm playing with the demon's perspective, right? I ultimately assumed I was gonna be the human summoning the demon. It's fine, no, we're gonna agree to the terms. I would expect a demon to be a better gambler. Well, a soul for a soul. Worst case scenario, if demons really don't have souls, can I just trade in a soul I've stolen? I mean, I've clearly made deals with humans before, right?
Well, that shows how little you know about demons.
Well, why don't we start then? The woman had a glint in her eye as she smiled creepily.
So, how do we pick a game? Do we fight with swords? Do we use guns? Do we choose a demonic beast to fight to the death in the arena of hell? That was a very popular sport last season. Maybe that's out of fashion now.
Can a human participate in such sports?
I guess not. I have no ideas then.
I suggest we play a card game. Let me explain the rules.
Wait! Do you really want to leave the fate of your soul and eternal damnation to a card game?
Oh, I would expect that the mighty princess of hell to have some confidence in her own skills. Guess you never know.
I'm not worried about my skills. I'm worried about you losing and calling it unfair.
We'll see about that. The rules are simple. We set a shuffled card deck on the table. One of us takes a single card and says if they think the card is an even number or not. Then, that person turns the card around, and if they are correct, they repeat the process until they guess it wrong, and then it becomes the other person's turn. Whoever manages to either guess the last card correctly, or has the most cards in their possession, wins.
A game of guessing.
It's a game of luck.
That's worse.
Luck is a skill, don't you think? And actually, technically, it wouldn't just be a game of skill, right? I mean, I'm thinking, if you can win by guessing the very last card correctly, even if you've guessed all of the others wrong, that's not skill, that's just making sure you've kept track of the cards, right? Because it's not a randomized deck. You know there's going to be an even split of odds and evens. So as long as you've counted how many has already come past, you should easily even know which one's going to be in the last game.
What? How?
Taking a deadly gamble and being able to come up on top is a skill not everyone possesses. Like when someone points a gun at you, but it misfires, and yours doesn't. Do you truly believe you would be able to take the gamble and live?
When you put it like that.
Well then, let's get started before Damien over there starts to smell. Oh, so I'm guessing we were close to him. Was he a family, a friend, a close neighbour? I mean, clearly he was close enough for us to know his name.
I forgot about it.
Don't mind him. He won't bite.
Because he's dead.
Your point?
I'm ready.
Let's start. Can we use Damien as a table? Is that too mean to say? The woman with black hair pulled a deck of cards from a nearby drawer, her eyes fixed on the demons, not paying attention to her hands as she skillfully shuffled the card for a long time. The other woman was too focused on the hands, trying to detect cheating, worried that anything would escape her. The killer gave her an eerie smile that she couldn't decipher entirely, but chilled her. Yes, take first. She placed the deck on the table and positioned herself on the opposite corner to the demon, crossed her arms, and waited. The other woman examined the deck, inching her nose closer and closer, without really touching it, trying anything that would help her. She placed her shaking hand on top of the deck. What do we reckon? I mean, this early in the game, it really is randomized luck. I think it's going to be odd. Eyes shut tight. She pulled the first card from the deck and placed it by its side. Then opened her eyes. It was incorrect. Worry took over her and took a step back, but immediately tried to comfort herself.
It's just the first card. Focus.
It was the other woman's turn. She said the words like they meant nothing to her. Even. Odd. 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 Even. For a few cards, she was correct, and her heart wanted to sink into her stomach like a rotten meal. Wrong. Finally, it was her turn again. She took a deep breath, trying to ease her heart. That seemed like a rather ominous string of good luck. I mean, the cards aren't marked in any way, are they? She doesn't have to show any, like, reflective circus. I'm not convinced her luck would be that good. You know what? I'm gonna double down. It's gonna be odd. Eyes shut tight again, and a shaken hand with the confidence of a curious cat, inching ever so closely to the thing they were told not to touch. She grabbed the card and turned it. It was incorrect. Wait, can I actually guess this correctly? Like, is it actually scripted to always be wrong no matter what I guess? We will test this, I need to know. Her heart sank into the depth of her stomach. She swallowed hard. Her turn was over, and with that, she took a step back and waited for the other woman to make a move. Gracefully, she started flipping the cards, like it was nothing. Even, odd, odd. With each one, the demon felt her heart sink deeper and deeper into her innards. It's fine, don't despair. Like we said earlier, one of the optional win conditions is that we guess the last card. So it doesn't matter if our friend here guesses them all. As long as we're that final card, we're fine. But I've now just realised I haven't actually been counting the cards, so we're going to get it wrong regardless. Finally, she made a mistake, and it was her turn again. Readying herself to take another card, she stopped. The demon curiously looked up at her playing partner for any hint of worry or gloating, but instead found a smiling woman with eyes cold as stone. She remained still with her arms crossed, slightly shuffling her feet every once in a while, under the discomfort of the heels. Every little thud on the wooden floor they made resonated in the tiny room and filled the now bygone silence.
I can still turn this around and win. I'm sure. I'm close to understanding how the deck is arranged.
Wait, is there a pattern? I've not even been paying attention to that. I've just been guessing randomly. You know what they say about Mandus? If you keep doing something enough, it'll eventually be right. That's the saying, right? We gotta guess odd. With an earned confidence, she placed her hand again on the deck, and before turning the card, she took a deep breath. It was correct. Oh, we can get it right. She placed her hand on her chest, easing her heart. Without thinking, she repeated odd before even touching the card nor the deck, and flipped it without caution. It was wrong. Well, our tally is up to 1. Her face filled with despair, almost immediately, and that made the woman chuckle gently as she started her turn. Even, odd, odd. It took a short time before she guessed wrong, but there was not even a hint of worry in her eyes. The confidence she held was unnatural, like an overly confident poker player that didn't have towels. She was aware of her strength and how her confidence was perceived as her opponent sank deep into worry, and her face told no lies. Curious again, she looked at the woman with her arms folded. She noticed her gaze and pressed them against her chest. The demon blushed intently at the gesture and the embarrassment over her own wandering eyes. With more caution this time, she calmly assessed her situation.
The last few were odd, so it can't be odd again. That would be too many in a row. I need to use logic. If I get overly confident, I'm going to lose the game. She seems so calm about this. How is it possible?
I mean, you did just tell me it can't be odd, right? Because we've had too many. So I'm gonna choose not to believe you. It's gonna be an odd card. Inevitably, it was the wrong choice. Listen, game, I know you told me the answer, but I don't trust you, okay? I have trust issues. I'm gonna lose my soul and it's gonna be completely deserved.
I must be doing something wrong. There is no way this one wasn't an odd number. What is going on?
The deck winding down to the last few rounds, and both players stood still, waiting for the other to make a move. Things felt more tense than before. Both their fates dangling from a rope over a fire. Whatever move the other made would be crucial, and the room for error was becoming smaller and smaller. Next card. Well, I'm gonna prove that, you don't learn as you grow older. You just keep repeating the same mistakes. And because of that, I need to be odd. It was the wrong choice. The other woman spent her turn, flipping more cards like it was just another evening, instead of a game of fate. With her life on the line, she showed not even a twinge of feelings, be it good or bad, towards their situations. The two cards were facing down on the table, waiting for the demon to take her turn. Patiently, the other watched her with those eerie eyes of her.
If my calculations are correct, I should know which card should be next. I've seen every card, and this deck of cards has a set amount to them.
That's exactly what I was saying. The problem was, I didn't count the cards.
It shouldn't be complicated.
You know what? Okay, we're gonna feature some character development right now. It's an even. It was the correct choice. There we go. Once that card flipped, it was as if she had guessed, and relief washed over her. Only one card left.
Yes! So the next one should also be even. I've been counting all the cards. I'm certain. Even!
The demon almost yowled, unable to hold her excitement, her eyes shimmering under the lights of the creepy and bloody living room. Without any care, confidence of her imminent win.
It can't be!
What makes you say that?
I counted them. It can't be an odd number. We don't have any odd cards left.
Wait, is it not an even deck? Did you just randomly replace an even number with an odd card?
How did you do it?
I just happen to be a better player than you.
There has to be some sort of trick.
Of course there is a trick, but I see no reason to explain myself. Not before you admit defeat and void the contract.
I just want to know. Can't you tell me?
Do you think I would have gotten away with all the murders I've committed up until this point if I was willing to give my secret so easily?
You weren't against the Princess of Hell. This isn't fair.
Neither was the original contract.
Fine. I accept defeat. You win. You can keep your soul.
No. That wasn't the new deal.
Fine, I lost. You get to keep the demon princess all to yourself.
The woman with black hair extended her hand for a handshake. The demon hesitated, but ultimately decided to do it. The air suddenly changed, and all the candles suddenly changed colours. With a smile on her face, the woman raised both hands, and a single card emerged from her sleeves. It was a 2 of diamond.
Wait! You cheated!
Of course I did. And rigged that guy's gun as well. So I'm alive, and he is dead.
Cheating should make the contract null.
We never said anything about that. We said a winner and a loser. Too late for that. That's a fair point. We didn't exactly go into terms and conditions now, did we? So, the demon is now owned by a murderer. This is gonna end well. Quit complaining. I already did the worst of it. All you have to do now is finish the cleaning. Oh, you got rid of the body. Did you eat, Damien?
I'm a princess. I've never cleaned before. Worse, I don't even know how to clean.
There's a first time for everything.
I don't see why I should be doing any of this. You have a demon at your disposal, capable of great evils. And what do you do with her? Clean? Really?
We can do both. But now, we need to clean this place, or we won't be able to get a new victim here without raising any suspicions. Plus, bad smells bring nosy neighbors. That will alert the police or complain to the building manager.
Then we kill them. I'm a demon. I can do anything I desire.
Then start desiring cleaning this room. I mean, she does kind of own us, so I feel like we should do as we're told, right? Psych, keep complaining.
No, I'm too powerful to be doing menial work. Let's go out and kill people if that's what you're into. This is a waste of my powers.
The woman groaned, annoyed, but kept folding the bloodied plastics, ignoring the tantrum. We clean so we can play again. Both women kept cleaning all traces of blood from the wooden floor. It wasn't an easy task, especially now that the juices from the corpse had already started to pool. It became quite slippery and hard to stand on, too uncomfortable and gross. The killer seemed completely unaffected by anything at all. She just kept on walking on her heels that thudded with every step, and yet she never slipped. The demon, on the other hand, fell on her butt.
Ow! 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 That hurt! My butt!
You need to be careful. It gets slippery here.
What is this liquid on the floor? It smells like...
Urine?
Ah, yes, urine. Pee!
You know, half a second then, I thought you were going to be completely chill about the pee.
Why is there pee on the floor? This is so gross.
Is it? All bodies do that.
I mean,
yeah, but I don't want the pee on my butt. That is not a sentence I thought I would ever say. I think we should burn the rugs though, once we're done. Don't you think that will raise suspicions? Okay, so to cover up, we just set fire to the entire apartment complex. It's fine. That is not extreme at all.
Who cares? It's pea-covered rugs and washed clothes.
You have to learn to be more careful around humans. They can be nosy and start asking one too many questions about a fire.
Fine! I'll make up an illusion or something so they can't see the fire or smell it.
You can do that. After that, the woman walked towards the demon. Can you hide the blood-stained floor? If there are ever police officers inside this room. But neither of us are in here.
Yes? The spell doesn't require that I sit there all the time.
The killer gave her a creepy grin. After a while, the job was almost done. There were still traces that a murder had taken place, but the worst was over. Only stains remained on the floor, but nothing a well-placed rug couldn't hide. Now, let's prepare our meal with all the meat I managed to save. Wait, you are gonna eat Damien? I was kidding, but I suppose, demons eat humans, right?
You don't mean?
Well, of course. Why would I go through all this effort just to have a dead body on the floor?
Are you insane? What am I even asking? We just dropped tons of cleaning products on that corpse. We are not eating that.
That's a fair point. I mean, it's one thing to be a cannibal. It's another thing entirely to eat bleach. We shouldn't be doing that. I'm not wasting perfectly good food. No, we're gonna get mad about this. I'm not eating bleach.
Perfectly good food? You can't be serious.
Why wouldn't I be?
We are not eating meat doused in bleach.
The demon paced around annoyed.
I am the Princess of Hell, daughter of Asmodeus, Prince of Hell. I'm not eating this disgusting old meat. I deserve fresh, freaking meat, not this poor excuse for a meal.
Oh, you understand that in order to get fresh meat, we could require another kill.
I don't care, wherever it takes.
The night was long, but somewhat fruitful. The demon remained squeamish to the end and liked to nag and complain over every little thing. Somehow, she was still using her powers to lure victims into their traps, but she was incredibly picky about them, always rejecting the choices the woman made. She still needed a lot of training and brought quite a lot of frustration to her life, but with more time, she was sure she could become a useful asset for her endeavors. Not gonna lie, that is absolutely adorable. Just a nice little knife to the back. Don't douse this one in bleach, okay? I like my meat fresh. Well, as expected, because our friend here constantly cheats, the game can't end in any other way, but we can guess a lot more correctly. But either way, I think our other ending, or maybe ending 2, is going to be we do as we're told. If we be very helpful in this situation, more than complaining all the time. Let's do as we're told.
Fine, I'll keep cleaning, but promise me we will do something fun later.
Oh, like what?
Like, fun. We can do things.
Such as?
Things.
The demon lowered her head and quietly returned to her task. The woman now close to her, picking the demon's tail between her fingers, gently caressing it. This gesture made her jump out of her skin, but before she could speak, the woman whispered close to her ear. It feels rather scandalous that you're just touching my tail. Very forward of you. If you do a good job, I'll reward you. Then the woman stood up and walked away. Oh, you flustered the demon. Both women kept cleaning or traces of blood from the wooden floor. It wasn't an easy task, especially now the juices from the corpse had already started to pool. It became quite slippery and hard to stand on, too uncomfortable and gross. The killer seemed completely unaffected by anything at all. She kept walking on those heels that thudded with every step, and yet she never slipped. The demon, on the other hand, fell on her butt. Oh yeah, we got covered in pee, didn't we? Oh, that wasn't so good. are we gonna suggest burning it again? Oh, you know, maybe we can just say we can't do this. This is too extreme for us. What? Scared of some pee on the floor? Shouldn't demons be more adept or gross and all that?
Absolutely not! There is no reason for us to be cleaning this man's pee off the floor.
The demon crossed her arms and stood away, not moving. Like it or not, you did sign a contract saying that you would do whatever you were asked to do.
I'll kill and deceive an immortal human for your enjoyment. But I am not cleaning anymore.
After a while, the job was almost done. There were still traces that a murder had taken place, but the worst was over. Only stains remained on the floor, but nothing a well-placed rook couldn't hide. So, you know what? Why don't we just stay calm about the corpse? I'm assuming if we don't freak out by eating bleach, we probably won't go out and kill anyone else, will we?
We spent a few hours cleaning after our game. Do you really think this body is up for consumption? Why don't we order food? It's not so late. We'll definitely find an open restaurant or literally anything.
You shouldn't waste any food.
This isn't food, it's just a corpse.
The night was long, but somewhat fruitful. The demon remained squeamish to the end, and liked to nag and complain over every little thing. Somehow, she was still using her powers to lure victims into their traps, but she was incredibly picky about them, always rejecting the choices the woman made. Wait, is this close to the same ending? Did I make the wrong choice with the pee? Should I have just cleaned it up like a good demon? Oh, it did get the same ending. I'm gonna change the pee ending, the pee answer then, and see if that changes our ending. Because I thought I was being cooperative here. Oh, it does seem to have brought up something else. Okay, so maybe I did pick the wrong thing for the pee. That night turned out to be a profound disappointment to the serial killer. She'd expected that the aid of a demon would have been useful for luring victims into her traps, but she was clumsy and squeamish, ruining her plans on more than one occasion. After some time, the woman grew tired and kicked the demon out of her house. The contract be damned. She was making her little hobby more difficult than necessary. Oh. Apparently, I don't make a very good murder partner. Listen, I just don't want to clean up pee, okay? I want to burn the rugs. Oh, really, I'm surprisingly disappointing. Okay, let's see. If we change the deal, is that ending 1? Oh, what do you have in mind?
If I win, you will do whatever I say. No ifs and no buts.
Taking it all very seriously, that willing soul, huh?
Yes! I'm tired of the screams in hell. They are no fun. Everyone is so boring, so sad. So if I win, you will listen to everything I say.
And if I win, you will do the same.
Yes! No! Wait, what? Why would you want a demon to do whatever you want?
I have some ideas in mind. Well, why don't we start then? Is this going to be the happily ever after ending? Or at least they live together? The woman had a glint in her eye, and she smiled creepily. Oh, so it seems like arguing the contract did change the ending then.
I'm at my limit.
Be careful, or it'll slip.
Ah.
Sweat dripped down her forehead from the exertion, her breath agitated.
I can't take it anymore.
Just a little deeper.
It's too much.
Well, this got spicy very quickly. Is it going to be something like we're trying to shove the body into the fridge or something a lot more innocent than you're making it sound?
I'm going to burst.
I told you not to cut there. You won't get through the bone like that. Oh, we're just trying to slice and dice the body, that's all it is.
My arms are so tired. I don't want to do this.
The demon with the bloody cleaver in hand tried cutting parts of the deceased body off the man that had been on the floor the entire time. She was trying to cut the bone, making a mess of blood and gore.
You finish it. I'm a princess. I shouldn't be doing any hard and menial work.
I summoned you, and, per your own words, we have a contract now.
I'm tired.
Is this really what a demon can do?
Demons are not made for cutting limbs. This isn't supposed to go like this.
And that is... Do we keep going? Ugh. I feel like we're most of the way there then. Just take a jump on the bone or something. Snap it. Keep going. The woman said nothing but seemed pleased. Why don't you try what I suggested before? That will yield better results.
All right.
The demon raised the cleaver over her head and hit it again repeatedly. But suddenly, a spurt of blood squirted on her face, landing directly inside her mouth.
It's in my mouth.
The killer did her best to hide a chuckle.
Don't laugh. That was gross.
Doesn't your contract require a blood sacrifice? Why would you be upset over it?
It's not a blood sacrifice. Just a little bit of blood to connect with the beyond. Not this.
She had to look away to stop herself from throwing up.
Gross, human.
Blood is blood.
No, it isn't. Blood from a pretty girl is one thing, but blood from this gross man is disgusting. I want to go home already.
Already? We still have so much to do. We could have so much fun together. We could bake biscuits together, use his blood to make the filling, and...
Stop, stop, stop! Why would we eat this blood?
It's nutritious.
Is it really?
Of course it is. Why would I lie to you? The demon looked at the dead man on the floor and grimaced, disgusted by the now rotting parts of his body pooling on the floor.
Can't we use fresh blood instead?
After pondering for a moment, the woman agreed. That's a fair point, like how long has he been dead for? We'll need a new victim. So first, let's finish with the cleaning up, and we can both go hunting for a new prey. What do you say?
Well, fine. I'll finish this before you can even say, oh, look at that. The Prince of Hell is the most beautiful of all the princesses I've ever seen in my life, which is completely normal as I have never seen any of the other princesses. But I don't need to know how they look like because, after seeing the daughter of us Asmodeus, I know there can possibly be no other demon as beautiful as her.
You are beautiful. The demon blushed, and her red skin turned even redder, and smoke seemed to come from her ears, while her heart and brain were in overdrive. Suddenly quiet, she looked down at her hands and the job on the floor. She gripped the knife tightly before she... I think we should go cut the joint. I mean, we're all flustered, right? Just use that energy. Wait, we weren't aiming at the joint before? That's the weak point, right? Learning from her previous mistake, she decided to listen to the words her companion had given her. With sweaty and shaking hands, she stretched the arm out of the man on a cutting board, covered her eyes, before letting her arm, with the weapon in hand, fall with all her strength. We remembered to keep our mouth closed this time, right? It was over, as in a single slash, the woman looked very pleased with herself, but only nodded her head.
You were right. That was much easier.
See? Experience is a great teacher too, as well as you won't repeat the same mistake next time.
Do I have to do this again?
Of course.
Now what?
Now we separate the meat in the freezer until we can cook it. Should we do that? I mean, did we establish it was clean meat? I mean, I thought the entire point was that we were gonna discard this and get new meat. Wait, I'm angry about this. I want new meat.
No! No way in hell! I am not eating rotten meat. We go out and get a new guy to kill, and we don't let that rot like this one. This is ridiculous. What's the point of going through this entire process if we are just going to let it rot. I don't care anymore. If I have to do this again, I am not eating rotten meat from this random guy. We don't even know if he is sick or something. Also, you left the bullet inside, and that's nasty. We need a killing method that's cleaner than this. I'll use my power if necessary, but I'm not eating rotten meat.
For the first time, the woman looked genuinely shocked, but soon her expression turned to a creepy grin. Alright. We'll get fresh meat, just because you look so cute right now. Oh, so you like bossy girls, apparently. The night went on without a hitch, and after securing their next victim, they saw how well they worked as a team. They were able to easily kill as many people as they wanted, always getting away with it. The demon would lure the victim away from prying eyes, always under some sort of spell that made them obedient, and the woman with black hair would kill them. With time, she learned to make less of a mess, and to pick apart what meat had to be discarded, and what they could keep as well. The demon was a picky eater, and both had to learn to live with each other. I say we've gone for the knife. That is definitely a cleaner method. At least it gets rid of the bullets. I think we make a good team. And see, I told you that was going to be the happily ever after ending. They're adorable. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Other than that, you're a spooky day, and I'll catch you next time, guys.